So, as we've actually discussed in previous episodes, the concept that you need to ask as a independent comic book publisher is threefold. One, does your comic book belong in comic book shops in the first place? Not every comic belongs in a comic book shop. And if your audience doesn't go to comic book shops, then you don't need to have your book there. And then this isn't a problem. But if your audience does go to comic book shops, do you have a way to offer your comics to the shops in a way that makes financial sense for you, for the comic book shop itself, and for any distributor that's going to be handling that process? The way your books are priced, the terms under which your books are they set up in such a way to incentivize a comic book shop to buy them? And if they're not, what happens to your business model if you can't get your book into comic book shops? There are quite a few publishers who their main source of revenue is a direct market, but they're not Image, they're not Dark Horse or IDW. So they're not publishing on a consistent basis. So they may find themselves frozen out of that space. If you're frozen out of that space, can you pivot? Can you pivot to crowdfunding or bookstores or libraries or direct to consumer or digital? And if you can't, what does that do to your business? It is a very important question to ask, because it doesn't make sense to make a comic that you cannot realistically get in front of the people that you want to read it.